Okay, so this is the first activity, as easy as we can make it. All it is, our commando tyres. All you've got to do is approach the tyres, pick a lane, and take a step in between every tyre along the way. Try not to trip over, don't overtake the person in front of you, step in every gap, and continue on your way. It's a warm-up, gets you going, gets you psyched for the rest of the course. Second obstacle, the Buggy Push. You're going to be nice and warm, ready to go. This one's going to burn the calves. Team event, one person sits in the driver's seat. So as they arrive, they put their seatbelt on. Right strap over the right shoulder, left over the left, and do the buckle up. Any buckle that's there needs to be done up. She also needs to put the wrist restraint on. At this point, you need to get the all clear from our supervising staff to say that's all good. Now while we're having a look here, safety points. You can see all the team is behind the buggy. Where Chris has got his hand, excellent, no further forward. I don't want anyone down here. Down here you can trip under the wheel. Right, so back behind the buggy is exactly where we want people. When our staff member gives the thumbs up, you can start pushing. Push down around the course and just in a loop and back to this spot here. When you come back, you follow the mode path. You need to do a U-E and park exactly where you finished or where it started. When you get the thumbs up again, then you can go on to the next obstacle. Arrived at the third obstacle, Log Hill. There's a series of 3 log fences up this hill. It's the first time when you really start getting the teamwork happening. First fence is this one behind me. Really simple. All you got to do is get over it. You need to be aware that it's relatively hard and rocky underneath. We're not just flipping over and falling on the other side. We're assisting each other over, and we get our whole team over before we move on up the hill. Second element on Log Hill is this big log structure that we need to get over. So you've come up the hill, you need to go over this log somewhere between this big tree and that big tree. You're going to need to boost to get people over. You're going to need to lift and help people over. It's pretty steep and it's a pretty tough effort. You're going to need to let someone stand on your knees so you can boost them over safely. These little trees can be used, but you need to have people supporting all the way. Never ever just lift and turn around and forget about them. Look after your mate, help your mate. Top of Log Hill, we have our biggest log fence. 4 big logs, a nice big tough wall. You're going to have to boost and support and assist over. Now on this wall, really important to know that it's the same height on both sides. So what you need to do, when you hop over, turn around, face the way you came, carefully climb down the other side. When you watch this next one go over, he goes up, he's boosted up. This is good. Now, stop there. Do not do that. That is bad. We call that Humpty Dumpty. Humpty Dumpty could result in him falling. Not good at all. You must turn around and face the way you came. So you can see same height on both sides. So when you come up, don't just jump down. It's quite a distance. You need to climb down and support each other. As you finish the top of Log Hill, head off to your left, follow the track, and we're heading down to the obstacle, the rope ferry. It's a little bit of fun. It's a canoe. You've got a team of 4 or more, and you've got to get your team to the other side using a canoe to ferry along. We're not giving you paddles. You've got hands. Get in, paddle your way to the other side. When you hop out, your teammates pull the rope back, get the canoe, and repeat. It's pretty simple. The dam is pretty shallow. If the worst happens and you fall out, stand up, tip the water out, and continue. And get to the other side as quickly and efficiently as you can. Okay, welcome to the walk the plank. Got a few logs across the islands here and a couple of pontoon bridges. Looks pretty simple, you just got to keep your balance. All you have to do is walk from one side to the other. On the islands you can run or jog, but when you're going across the logs or the pontoon bridge, I need you to walk. I don't want anyone jumping to the side. Chances are you won't make it, you'll face plant and hurt yourself. So walking across the logs, let's see how it goes in action. Okay, welcome to the wide slide.
You've just done the walk, the plank activity. You've run a few hundred meters. You need a rest, so we've got one for you. You sit down on our big white slide. There's about 4 lanes. We'll go 4 at a time. You'll sit down, 45 meters down into a nice sloppy puddle of mud at the bottom. When you get out, you get to the bottom, just hop out over the end and continue on the course. Let's have a look at how we start this activity.
Okay, welcome to the maze. This is a simple little task, a little bit deceptive today. When you do this, it's going to be blacked out. You won't be able to see a thing. Today, it's not quite there, but we're ready, on the way. All you got to do, in through this pipe, find your way through to the other end. Got to be aware of a couple of things. It's low. You're going to have to duck over so that you don't hit your head. Some bits are metal, some bits are concrete. So you're going to have to look after your teammates in here and not bump into things. Coming through the end of this, remember this is going to be blacked off. Concrete sections, watch your head. All right, you need to be low, you need to crawl through and look after your mates. Don't just take off and look after yourself. When you get out, turn around and look after your mates. Okay, welcome to the Gauntlet. This is the one you've been waiting for. Mud, sweat and fears. You are going to run the gauntlet. Courage under fire. We've got people lined up with skirmish guns just over there. You're going to have to run through our course, turn around and run back through our course. Okay, so the bit of safety equipment we're giving you is a skirmish mask. They're pretty simple to put on. On the back we've got an elastic strap. Just a buckle. You can slide that, make it tighter or loosen it to make it looser. Depends how big your head is. Alright, you get that on over your head and then do the chin strap up. Really important that it doesn't move around. Alright, so watch Maddie, she's got it. Wax it on. Nice and firm. Puts the chin strap on. Clips that into position. Oh, she didn't quite clip it in, so it's got to be clipped to make sure it stays in position. Give her head a shake, and then she's good to go. Waits over at the starting line and waits for the signal from the fire instructor, and then we all start together. Okay, so the gauntlet. You run down the path, around this set of tyres, around the tree directly behind you, and straight back down. It's a narrow channel. You've got to stay in the marked area and running straight up, straight back. It's about 45 metres under fire, both directions. The shooter's going to be about 15 metres away. Regulation is 10, so we're being a little bit nice. You've got to give it your best shot, see if you can get through without being hit. Let's see how it goes. Welcome to the Western Front Sandbag Slope. So this exercise is exactly what it says. We've got a sandbag, you have to fill it. And no, we're not giving you shovels. You've got hands. Fill your sandbag about half to 2/3 full. Twist it up, put it over your shoulder, make your way through the soggy Western Front. When you get to the other end, we're going to put it down. We're actually going to write the logo, Mud, Sweat and Fears. So there'll be a staff member directing you how to put your sandbag at the far end. Okay, so you're nearly full. Get the last handful in. When you pick it up, give it a twist. We don't want that tipping out. We don't want you doing it easy. Put it up over your shoulder. Okay, welcome to the cargo net crawl. By this stage of the run, you are going to be feeling pretty tired. This is deceptive. Looks really easy. Sort of is, but it's sort of pretty tough. You've got to get your whole team under both cargo nets. Pretty simple. Crawl under, stand up, let your partner come through behind you or the rest of your team and work together to make it as easy as possible for your team to get through here. Biggest safety thing, try and avoid sticking your head through the gaps in the cargo net. That could be really awkward for you. Get down low, go, go, go. Okay, welcome to the cargo net crawl. By this stage of the run, you are going to be feeling pretty tired. This is deceptive, looks really easy. Sort of is, but it's sort of pretty tough. You've got to get your whole team under both cargo nets. Pretty simple. Crawl under, stand up, let your partner come through behind you or the rest of your team and work together to make it as easy as possible for your team to get through here. Biggest safety thing, try and avoid sticking your head through the gaps in the cargo net. That could be really awkward for you. Get down low, go, go, go. Welcome to the wide wall. It's called wide because it's a couple of bays wide and you can get a few people over at the same time. It's just in the way. It's a wall you've got to get over. You're going to have to boost, support your teammates over. Really important that we, when we climb over the top, we turn around and face the way we came. Sometimes when we're going over the wall, we get a little bit excited and we just want to keep moving forward. There's a situation we call Humpty Dumpty. It's not a good one. Look at Sarah now. If she was to bring her leg around in the front, that's what we call Humpty Dumpty. Not good. There's nothing stopping her falling back. It's really important that you turn around, face the wall and bring your leg around behind you. There is a ledge on the other side that you can stand on, and when you hop off, you need to assist your teammates off the other side.
Here we are, the trench crawl. You've worked really hard to this point of the event, and here we go. We're going to push a button. Mud, sweat and fears, small spaces. You've got to get down and crawl through the trench. Nice soft sand bottom, not too hard on top, but you've got to get on your hands and knees or hands and toes or whatever it takes to get through to the other end. Be aware, there's a couple of dead ends. You're going to have to find your way through. All roads lead to Rome. All right, there's 4 entry points, 1 exit point. You've just got to work together in there, talk to each other and make your way through the trench crawl. Okay, so you see when you get out the far end, there's one big pit. All right, you just get out and climb out the end of the wall.
Ironbark Hill. It's named Ironbark Hill because there's a really big ironbark tree at the top of it. Nice and simple. The course, pretty steep. We've got a rope here for you to help. All you got to do, hold onto the rope, go sideways or backwards, hand over hand, all the way to the bottom. Guys, careful. It's slippery underfoot. You rush here, you're going to come a gutser. That's not so good. All right, so slow down, help each other, all the way to the bottom. Okay, when you come down to the bottom of Ironbark Hill, come past this tree, keep using the rope. Deceptively slippery and steep just here. I don't want anyone falling over, hurting themselves just because they're in the rush. So keep helping, keep hold of the rope all the way down to the base at the bottom. This is Cactus Hill. It's called Cactus Hill for 2 reasons. One, there's a really big cactus tree halfway up. Really advise you not to touch the cactus tree. Not a smart idea. 2, by this stage of the run, you're going to be feeling pretty cactus. So you're going to work together, work hard to help you out because we're nice. We've given you a rope. Be a knotted rope. Doesn't matter if the rope's on your left or the right. The big thing here is don't have the rope between your legs for obvious reasons. So rope on the left or the right, help each other and work your way to the top of the hill. Okay, welcome to Templeton's Crossing. This is named after a part of the Kona Track which was exceptionally difficult in World War II. It runs along the side of a hill here. It goes up and down and just like on the Kona Track, there's sections of rain and you're going to have to work exceptionally hard to help each other up and down some of the slopes on this track. You're going to need to be aware of some big trees, of some side slopes and some really tough areas. So slow down, all right? You can actually just jog or walk through this area. Don't want you going like a bull at a gate. You probably need to slow down in this section and really help your teammates. When you get to a slippery bit, just turn around, grab onto your mate and help them up. Don't just run through looking after yourself. Kona Track, we looked after our mates. Down is harder than up, all right? Back off the speed, keep it nice and safe on the way down. This part of Templeton's Crossing, absolutely perfect, all right? Just what it was like on the Kona Track, wet, soggy, tough, and you're really towards the end of yourself now, working really hard. Let's watch how these guys do it through the slop of the Templeton's Crossing.
Welcome to the Kona Track. You're nearly there, the second last thing, and it gets really tough. The mud in here, pretty thick, and you're going to have a fun time. You've got to help your mates, but we don't want mud getting in your eyes. There's a couple of really important safety things. We don't throw, flick, kick, or splash mud. All right. To also help, we're going to provide you with a pair of safety goggles. Just grab them out of the basket, whack them on, and make your way through the mud. When you get to the far end, you'll just drop them in another drum of water and we'll reuse them again later. Really important. Do not want you putting your head under the mud at all. You've got to keep your head out of the mud and you need to help people both uphill and downhill. What we don't want to see is people just sitting at the top and sliding down. You'll hurt someone. So you've got to help people all the way down. This isn't about charging through in the quickest time. This is about mateship. Help your mate and be really, really safe. So we don't throw mud, we don't stick our head under the mud, and we don't just slide from top to bottom. We're helping all the way. This is one of the highlights of the whole course, second last thing, and you are going to feel so proud of yourselves when you've done this. Let's go.
You've made it. You're at the tower, the last thing. All right, one last plunge off our tower, swim across to the other side, ring the bell, and you're all done. And so you come up, you've got three options. We've got a slide, and it's a lot of fun. Plummets you straight into the water. There's the first platform, and there's the second platform. Don't mind which option you use, but this is how we get in. Let's go and have a look at how we do the slide. Okay, here we go. Straight up the stairs, the slide. Climb up the ladder, sit on your backside, hands in the air, and go down the slide. Okay, option 2, you come up to the first platform. Open the gate, step through, close the gate. Make sure it's clear. 3, 2, 1, in you go. Okay, option 3, here you come, the top level. Come in, climb up the ladder, make your way up to the top. Okay, so you get to the top, you come, you open the gate, step through, close the gate. Get the all clear, check that it's clear at the bottom. 3, 2, 1, and you're away.